back to Holly and Ash Tarot. My name is Ash, and today's video is going to be an energy reading, you versus them. So it's going to be, what are you thinking and feeling versus what are they thinking and feeling, okay? So we can get two sides of the same story, so you guys can kind of like put into perspective how things are really going, because sometimes we can't even really see or tell what we're thinking or feeling unless we kind of step outside of ourselves, even though it's like going on in our minds. You know, it could be chaotic. So today I really wanted to do this reading to help bring clarity to some situations you guys may be in, and hopefully let's save some relationships here. Okay, so I have three pendants, or necklaces rather, today that I really want to use. So this one is going to be put onto pile number 1, which is going to be this pile right here. Then we have the Kitsune pendant, which is going to be put on pile number 2. And then we have the Tree of Life medallion, which is going to be put onto pile number 3. So just take a moment, pick whichever pile pops out at you. And I apparently had to say this, but you know, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, okay? So I'm not reading for you specifically, I'm reading for many people who watch my videos. It can be anywhere from like 100 people to 1,000 people, okay? It really depends, but you know, some things are going to resonate with you and other things may not, or sometimes you accidentally pick a pile and it's not really your pile. So just keep that in mind, and if this pile doesn't really resonate with you once I start reading, feel free to pick a different pile or maybe go check out a different video. I have received a few very shockingly, I guess entitled comments where people were kind of mad that I didn't like touch on a specific subject in their life or something. Like, listen, this is not a personal reading, okay? I can't touch on everybody's energy. I can't zone in on your specific energy because I don't know who's watching this, all right? So, you know, please keep this in mind, and if you don't enjoy my tarot style, that's totally fine. There's a lot of other very, very talented tarot readers out there doing pick-a-cards on YouTube, okay? So please just please be a little more considerate towards that, okay? I'm doing my best. So go ahead and pick your pile if you haven't already. Pause the video if you need to, but I'm going to get started with pile number 1. Okay, so for those of you who picked pile number 1, which is this kind of iridescent looking stone, I don't remember the name of this stone. So if you do know it, please let me know down in the comments below. But let's get started on your guys' energy. So the first card is about your energy towards this situation right now, or the first few cards are going to be about how you're thinking, and then how they're thinking, and then I'm going to do how you're feeling, how they're feeling, and then the overall energy. So this is going to be about what you're thinking about in the relationship right now. So we have 10 of Wands, which means that right now in your head, you're kind of thinking that this relationship is a bit of a burden. Perhaps you feel like you put a little too much work into it, or the person doesn't put any work or not enough work at all. You feel like you've been kind of like carrying it on your back for a while. You don't really want to do it. You're not really seeing any, you're like, your hard work just isn't paying off, basically. That's just how you're feeling or thinking right now. It's like, you know, oh, I've been doing so much for this person. I've done this, this, and this. I've helped them with this. Maybe they just kept dumping their problems on you and you were kind of playing therapist or something like that. Of course, like, that's not going to resonate for all of you, but it's going to resonate for some of you. You know, maybe you just like also spoiled this person a little bit too much and they never gave anything back to you. Maybe you did, if this is like a romantic kind of relationship and you guys live together or something, maybe you did more of the chores, or like you just put more work in than the other person and you were really feeling it. You know, you kind of felt like Atlas, like carrying a giant boulder on his back, walking up a mountain for this person. And you're just really thinking about that right now. So maybe in your head, you're going through all the things you've done for this person and they never really returned the favor, or you're thinking about how much it just made you feel like exhausted, or how much you just felt like you had to put in, emotional or physical effort towards that. So right now they're kind of feeling, we have the Devil in reverse. So right now they're thinking that the relationship is a little toxic. They think like maybe they indulged a little too much, or the relationship was just like maybe they felt like it was kind of like a drug. Like it was like really amazing and beautiful, but maybe there was some kind of codependency, or perhaps there was just something that ended up being not very healthy in this relationship. Like maybe there wasn't healthy communication, there wasn't healthy give or take, something about that. But they definitely acknowledge that, and now they're just sort of thinking that the relationship was kind of toxic, and this is just their current energy. So we don't know how that's going to affect them in the future. This is just an update, but that is what's going through their heads right now. Interesting. So we do have the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm going to read this two ways. So I definitely don't think you think this person is very nurturing. So I want to say that you are currently wishing that this person was more nurturing, that this person would take care of you a little bit more, or they would do a little bit more work, or they would give a little bit more love in the relationship. You're just not very, with the Ten of Wands here, I don't think you're very positive about the way they act towards you or the way they're feeling about you right now, because it's just such a burden to you. So, or this person is a little over suffocating. Okay, maybe the codependency happened because of them. So this, this could go either way. This can either be like you wanted them to be more caring in the relationship, or that they were too suffocating in the relationship. Okay, so take whichever one resonates with you. I'm actually going to move these over a little bit because I know I have more space. Bloop, 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 bloop. Actually, how do I want to do this? I want to do this like this. Okay, now I have more space. So here we have the Seven of Wands. So this person feels like almost like they're not good enough for you, okay? They feel like it probably takes a lot of work to get close to you, or maybe they think that you're a little too high maintenance or something of the sort. But I'm not saying you are high maintenance, but this is just what they're thinking right now. And so, or perhaps there's somebody else around who they feel like they can't, they feel like they're not as good as that other person, and they don't want to compete or something like that. But this card is about having people compete against you, or having difficult obstacles ahead and then conquering them. But because this is in reverse, it seems like this person sees that there's some kind of obstacle or there's some kind of competition, and they just feel like they can't go forward. They feel like they can't conquer it. So they kind of just want to step back and not do any work towards it. We have adjustments are required for what's currently in your head. So you may be thinking or considering about trying to save this relationship. If you guys are not in contact, maybe you're considering reaching out to this person, or you're trying to figure out how to get this person back into your life, but in a more healthy kind of way. So you're trying to figure out what to adjust, even if it's like within yourself or within the other person or the relationship as a whole. Or this can also be a reflection time for you on how you want to adjust your love life and what people you want to bring into your love life in the future, if this is somebody you don't really want to have around anymore. But let's be honest, you are doing a pick a card about their energy, so it seems like, most of the time, even if people don't want that person back in their life, if they're watching pick a cards, then they low-key do, So that is what's going through your head right now. And then for them, it's a time to give rather than take, okay? So yeah, so for those of you who this person just was not really giving in the first place, they know that, and they know they need to give more. But because we have the Seven of Wands in reverse here, even though they know that they need to give more than they take at the moment, or show appreciation for the people in their life, they still kind of feel like it's a little too much work for them right now. Like they're not really in a good place to do it. They're still kind of thinking about more of the negative side about how this relationship went. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. But this is in the back of their mind, okay? So, if you're wondering if this person would ever give you more than what they did in the past, the answer is, I would say yes. But they need to go through this cycle of getting over the negative things that are in their head before they can move forward and become more giving. Now let's see what emotions you guys are going through about this connection. I'm going to move all this up a little bit just to give myself some room. Okay, so you're currently feeling the 9 of Swords. So you're feeling very exhausted, very burnt out, and you might feel like this person is kind of against you. And so these are your deep emotions, okay? So even though we feel things, we don't necessarily have them in our head. So you may or may not be aware of this. This could be a conscious emotion or a subconscious emotion. However, you feel just like very burnt out towards this person and towards this relationship. You might feel like they never hear you out, or they're not going to hear you out, or they don't really care enough. Or perhaps you even feel like they may attack you quite a bit. Then we have 10 of Cups. So this person, I feel like they definitely have love for you, but they feel kind of stuck. Like maybe, especially because they're in water, but they're at the bottom of the ocean and they're both blindfolded. So there's definitely love here. Like they definitely want to be with you. They feel like a very strong soulmate kind of connection towards you. However, they probably don't show their emotions because they are submerged, and they're like, this person is just literally just stuck. Okay, like they're stuck of their own device. They can like swim up towards the top of the water. They can pull out their blindfolds, but they just don't. And so this person might kind of have some kind of emotional issues, or some kind of like maybe even abandonment issues. So they might self-sabotage themselves a little bit. They're kind of blind to things as well. So if this is somebody who like you try to show your affections for by like doing things that you thought were really, really obvious, and they just didn't return the affections, or maybe it was kind of like I don't want to say friend zone because I really hate that word, but maybe it's somebody who you were really obvious with about your feelings, but it just completely went over their head, and then they were like, oh, sorry, I thought you were just doing this stuff to be nice, like I didn't know it was because you liked me or something like that. And maybe that kind of made you feel like stabbed in the back or something. I mean, you're like, how can you think that? But I feel like this person is just really blind to love. They're really blind to emotions as well. And I think they're too scared to allow their emotions to come to the surface, especially about love. You're very close to achieving your goal, okay? So you, besides having some more negative emotions about feeling kind of trapped or just like done or overwhelmed with the situation, you're also feeling like you achieved something, okay? So perhaps your soul feels like it's achieved some kind of cycle, the end of some sort of cycle with this person, or some kind of clarity, or perhaps this person helped you grow and raise your standards in a way you have never foreseen. And for them, we have your commitment is being tested, okay? So I think this person is sort of realizing like, very, very slowly that they need to bring their emotions up to the table in order to have healthy relationships. And they're not willing to do that, but they're starting to see a little bit logically, because we do have here a time for giving rather than taking in their mental state. So it's in the back of their mind, whether or not they're like learning that lesson right now for sure. I don't know, because they aren't really taking any actions towards it. However, this person will not be able to have a good, healthy relationship unless they really commit. And a part of commitment is being emotionally vulnerable and emotionally open as well. This can also mean that if you guys are still together, they're wondering if you guys should stay together or if you guys should just break up, because they're not quite sure if they want to be this vulnerable. And maybe that's why the devil is here, okay? So maybe the relationship isn't like really toxic and codependent, but this person is just kind of like making up excuses in their head, like, oh, like this person just wants, you know, this person wants me to be that vulnerable with them, and I just feel like I can't do that because like that's when things get toxic, or you know, that's when things get bad. So perhaps they've even been in toxic or bad relationships before, and so they're kind of scared, because there is a bit of like, there's a sense of calm in this card, but at the same time, like this, I don't know if you can tell, but the man doesn't have any arms in this. So they feel kind of like something in them, like maybe some kind of anxiety or feel that's a little debilitating for them. And so they feel kind of helpless, even though they necessarily aren't. Okay, we have round and round in reverse, guys. So this could be exactly what you feel like you are close to achieving. So round and round is a card about going through karmic cycles over and over and over again until you learn your lesson. And they're usually a little bit more negative or toxic as well. So this could be something that you're starting to become more aware of, or you're starting to come out of, and your soul is kind of feeling that. Your soul is feeling that you really need to get out of it. Your emotions are feeling that you really need to get out of this because it's causing you too much stress, might be causing you sleepless nights, and might be causing you negative relationships and that sort of thing. Okay, so if you feel like you've been going around in circles with some kind of negative aspect in your life or negative relationships, and this person kind of triggered that in you as well, then you're definitely going to come out of that soon with this round and round card. And then for them, we have soulmates in reverse. So this person is getting really in their feelings about the whole soulmate thing. Like they're probably like questioning all their emotions towards you. Like a part of them feels like you guys are soulmates, but then the other part of them kind of feels like you're not, you know, like they can't really tell. They're questioning the divine. They don't trust themselves, and they don't trust their intuition for sure. And so this person is probably like really soul searching about that, or they're really upset about it. It might even be coming up in their dreams. I'm hearing for some of you, they might be dreaming about it because they're so stressed out about it. But you know, like this person really wants to see you as their soulmate, because we have the soulmates pictured here in the devil, even though they're both chained to the devil. And then we have the soulmates pictured here as well in the Ten of Cups. So here are two different images of like soulmates being trapped, right? Or like they're definitely not in a place where they should be, and they're not in a healthy place at all. So I think this person is afraid like you are their soulmate, but if they get into a relationship with you, or if they continue some kind of relationship with you, they're going to feel trapped. So, you know, they're really trying to work out their emotions on that, or they're definitely sitting on that for sure. Now let's see the overall energies in this connection. So we have watch and listen carefully, okay? So both of you guys need to, I feel like most of you are in separation right now, but if you're not, maybe take a little bit of a break if you feel like that's necessary. Of course, listen to your intuition more than you listen to me, because I'm just the reader. But yeah, you guys really need to watch each other, and you guys really need to listen to each other, okay? So especially you towards this person, because I feel like this person isn't going to say everything that's on their mind. So you're probably going to have to watch them a little bit more than you would have to watch other people, because they definitely are hiding stuff. And I don't think they're really hiding it on purpose. I think they're kind of hiding it to be scared. And I don't think it's anything like they're cheating on you or anything like that. I definitely don't see it. But, you know, I think they just have a really hard time being vulnerable, because they feel like they're going to be tied down. You know, like maybe they're kind of Aries or something like that, but maybe they have some fire in them. But yeah, you guys are really gonna have to watch their body language, the tone of their voice, things like that. And definitely do listen to them and take what they say in consideration. But this person also needs to listen to you as well. So if you were thinking about talking to this person, I think that would be a good idea. But then we also have leave behind what is no longer you, okay? So that could be ideals or ideas you had towards relationships in the past, or what you thought relationships should be like in the past, or how you approach things in relationships. Okay, there's something that needs to move forward and move away from that in order to have a more healthy relationship. But this can also mean leaving this person. All right, it's not going to be for all of you, but it's going to be for some of you. So take that in mind, especially if this is somebody who is causing you a lot of pain. You can't fix people, and you can't force them to act a certain way. Okay, so even if you're like, but I love them, they cause me all this pain, but I love them, so I want to give them a second chance. Well, how many chances have you given this person already? You know, if this is a person, for some of you guys, I really do think you guys can talk things out and things will get better. But for the other half of you guys, still talk things out and try to get your closure, and just kind of weigh your options here. Like, is this person seeming really serious about the relationship? Does this person really want to fix this relationship, or do you think things are just going to go back the way they were? Do you think this person's actually going to treat you fairly? Things like that. So take that into consideration as well. And if the answer is no, then maybe consider leaving that behind and just like reinventing yourself. You know, you can have really wonderful relationships. Some sort of cycle definitely is ending here, whether that is the cycle of communication and healthy relationships, or the cycle of leaving behind relationships that no longer serve you. We also have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. And we have Elephant Spirit, which is learn from the past. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you guys, if you guys can talk things out and see things from each other's perspective, and like listen to each other and watch each other and learn from each other and learn from your past mistakes, I definitely do think for a lot of you, this relationship can be saved. It can be wonderful. It can be amazing. But for others, this is a karmic relationship that, you know, if you feel like absolutely not, you cannot get back together with this person, or it will never work, then this is definitely a relationship for you to learn from, so you can have better relationships in the future. And either way, like, this is just an obstacle that you guys had to overcome in order to grow as people, in order to understand what you want from relationships, your self-worth, and what kind of boundaries you should put up and shouldn't. It's also teaching you healthy communication and things like that as well. Let me pull a little message card for you here. My pile number ones. Message for my pile number ones. Okay, we have sometimes life overwhelms us and we need to take a rainy day off. Take some time to dream of everything you wish to change. The universe will surely follow, okay? So definitely take some time off to really think about what you want in this relationship. Take some time to, wow, this really fell, didn't it? Take some time to like learn from the past, learn from your past mistakes, to kind of figure out what you want, to leave behind things that are no longer serving you, and to figure out what you want to manifest in the future, okay? Just put it out there in the universe. Like, if you think about things very carefully with this person and you still want them in your life, then put that out there in the universe and it will follow. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see any videos in the future, any specific videos, please leave a comment down below about what video you would like to see, and subscribe to my channel if you are interested. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, my pile number twos, whoever picked the Kitsune pendant, sorry. I guess technically it could be a pendulum. So the way we're going to do this is, first we're going to look at the way you're thinking about the relationship right now versus the way they're thinking about the relationship right now. And then we're going to go on to how you're feeling versus how they're feeling. And then we're going to do overall energy, okay? And I'm doing it this way because what is always in our head isn't always in our hearts, okay? So we can see both sides of the puzzle. So to start off, we have Two of Pentacles in reverse. And so this means that, that you feel like there might have been some dishonesty in this relationship, or perhaps they took a lot of money from you in some way, shape, or form. And this doesn't have to be like they literally stole money from you, but maybe they kind of took advantage of you. Maybe you spoiled them a lot and they didn't really return the sentiment. Or perhaps you feel like they're kind of dangerous to some sort of business. But at the same time, this can also mean like you felt like you were just juggling too much in the relationship. So that can mean like you were working too much and then you were trying to have the relationship on top of it, or you're going to school at the same time, or you were just doing too much in the relationship. And so this could be like a kind of, for some of you, I feel like it's kind of like the situation where, for some of you, not for all of you, where they were kind of like, they wanted to spend more time with you and you were working too much. So they were like, okay, you either choose your job or you choose me, but you can't have both. And you were kind of like, my job, you know? So that might be it for some of you. But yeah, like there may have been some dishonesty here. There may have been some very negative things going on regarding finances, things like that. But, or maybe you're just like really worried about finances and this person like isn't helping, or like you're just too stressed out about it and this person just isn't taking it serious. So they're like, why don't you take me to expensive places? Why don't you take me on really nice dates? Or, you know, something of the sort. Then we also have, sorry, somebody's riding a motorcycle. I don't know if you can hear that through my mic. Then we have 6 of Cups for them. So this person thinks that this relationship is very beneficial and they learned a lot from it. So far, no negative energy. They just feel like this was definitely a learning experience for them. They got a lot out of it, whether it's like literally material objects or money, or, you know, they just got a lot of lessons out of it. But they're not really thinking too negatively about it as far as I can see. For you, we have the Judgment in reverse. So you definitely feel like there was something very unfair going on, like justice wasn't served. You might be kind of like, why me? Why is this happening to me? Like, I'm a good person. I did a lot for this person. I offered a lot for this person. And like, you know, like this is just unjust. Like I was used or things like that. Like there just wasn't balance. There definitely was some kind of unfairness. So maybe this person kind of went behind your back. Like for some of you, maybe they even cheated on you or something. I don't know. Maybe they like took something from your business, took some kind of money. Or they just kind of used you, you know. But I feel like some of you found out some kind of secret that this person was like, I don't know if they like didn't try to hide it or what, but I feel like it was kind of like a deal breaker for you guys. And you just don't see any kind of justice or like you don't see anything fair in this relationship, you know. So it might be causing you some kind of stress. And then here we have Page of Cups, okay? So this is a card about entertaining to sort of fit in, you know, trying to play a specific role. So this person may have worn a mask. They may have been kind of two-faced. And they're definitely thinking about it. Or maybe they're thinking about how they kind of played you, you know? But definitely they did something where like, I'm not sure if they genuinely meant to be disingenuine or if it just kind of happened, but this person is definitely thinking about how that has happened. Or perhaps they felt like you were kind of playing a role as well. That it can go both ways. So just whatever resonates. They can be thinking like you kind of played them up. You try to seem like you were much better than you were. And they decided that like you really just weren't the one for them, or some sort like that. You could also be in some kind of entertainment industry, or they could be in some kind of entertainment industry as well. We have Hold Your Vision for you. So definitely what you're thinking right now, you're kind of set in your ways, and you feel like that's going to help get you through things, and that's going to help you kind of move on from this relationship if you just see things the way you're thinking about them right now. And you know, because this card is here, I want to say, yeah, you're right. Like if you hold your vision about how this relationship was, if you keep going forward with that, then you definitely will start moving on and making better conscious decisions about the things you bring into your life. We have don't let the past hold you back for them, okay? So whatever happened in this relationship, like this person may try to come back. They may be thinking about playing it up to you. Maybe that's why this is here. But they're definitely not going to let what happened between you guys like get in between you. Okay, like this person, like they think you're valuable for sure with this cups card here. They think that you're valuable. You fill up their cups really good. And they like that. So they might view you as a person who's very easy to be around, very relaxing to be around. You're not an energy vampire or anything of the sort. You really, really help them fill up their cup. So maybe they surround themselves with people who aren't as good as you, and that's why they kind of like, maybe they're the energy vampire, you know? But they're definitely not letting whatever happened between you two get in the way of your relationship. So now let's move on to your emotions. So your emotions about this is the Ace of Cups, okay? So this is very interesting. This is the cup about partying and having fun. So maybe you kind of miss this person because you thought they were fun, or you had a lot of fun with them. But on the flip side, this can also mean you're having a lot of fun without them as well. So just take whatever resonates. Maybe some of you are indulging a little too much in the drink to get over this relationship. For them, we have, well, that's so weird. We have two aces. We have the Ace of Swords. So, you know, this person, they feel like they're very small compared to you. Like, they feel like you're very successful, you're very smart, you're very talented, you make a lot of money, or you could make a lot of money. Because we do have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, so, you know, which can also mean financial hardships. So even if you're in debt right now or you're struggling with money, you know, they feel like you're very abundant, okay? And they realize, like, deep down in their emotions, they realize they're not as abundant as you are, or they're afraid that you'll see them in that sort of light. Like, you'll see them as a lesser person. So they're definitely feeling very insecure about themselves towards this relationship. They feel like they're not good enough for you. They feel like they can't, like, live up to the hype or, like, what you deserve. We have a fiery climax approaches. So maybe you're feeling like you're going to go talk to this person, or you're going to make some kind of decision soon about this kind of relationship. This can also mean, yeah, this is an Aries. That's funny. This can also mean that you're kind of bottling up your emotions to the point where you feel like you're going to explode or have some kind of, like, breakdown even. And so if this is the case, then you need to try to deal with them and get them out in a more healthy way before you do explode, because I feel like some of you either want to explode at this person who you've had issues with, or you want to just explode in general, okay? And, you know, if you want to talk things out with this person, I think that would be great to get some kind of closure, but you want to do it with a calm head, okay? You don't want to do it with this fiery energy where you just kind of go at them, whether it's positive or negative. You don't want to, like, slide into their DMs like, oh, I love you, come back to me, like, I just want to have your babies, I want to, like, marry you, let's build a home together, like, after all this shit happened. But at the same time, you don't want to, like, slide into their DMs like, I hate you, why would you do this to me, that was unfair, you stole this and did this and this. Like, you guys just need to, like, sit back, go through your emotions in a healthy way if you can. Use healthy coping mechanisms. If you don't know what they are, maybe Google some. But and then when you want to talk to this person, write it out in advance and kind of sit on it for a few days and make some little changes here and there until it sounds appropriate to you, okay? So that way everything will come out in a more positive way, and it won't be as explosive. This person also feels like something's going to happen with the conclusions are within reach. So yeah, like, I think you guys are starting to feel like it's time to talk to each other again if you're in no communication. But even if you are in communication, maybe it's time to talk about whatever happened between you two, like whatever issue this was, to kind of make you guys feel a certain way. Because even though there's frustrations on both sides, I don't feel like there's, like, hatred or anything like that. So even if you feel a little bit more negatively than they do, which I feel like you do feel a little bit more negatively than they do, and you are thinking a little bit more negatively about it, like, I don't think you hate this person. Of course, it's always your choice if you want to keep them in your life or not. So next we have new life. So yeah, it seems like you guys really want to fix things with this person. You want to have a life with them. You know, you feel like this person definitely is somebody who you want to have in your life. Like, even if, like, you know, there was some kind of playing going on, or, like, you know, some kind of juggling going on where it was just a little too difficult. It seems like you guys really want to make it work, okay? at least in your emotions, that's how you're feeling right now, right? So keep in mind, like the top row is thoughts, the bottom row is emotions. So you're feeling like you want a new life with this person emotionally, on an emotional level. And this person is feeling, we have blessed in reverse. Okay, so this person is feeling right now very frustrated about this relationship. They feel like they're kind of cursed or something like that, or like the divine has kind of abandoned them a little bit when it comes to this relationship. I know this is kind of out of the camera. So, you know, they're not really... They're not being thankful for what they have right now, and they're not really thankful for what they have had in the past. And that's why we have don't let the past hold you back, because they just kind of want to like keep going forward, and they don't really want to think about it, and they don't really want to address it. Like if they have to play a part, then they will, because they just want this beneficial, they just want to be benefited by you in their life. Like they know they're not good enough for you. They know they're not worthy enough for you, or at least they feel that way. But they still want to like try to go for it. Okay. They want to figure things out, all right? But at the same time, they're feeling kind of like negative about it. Like probably they don't know how you'll react, or if you'll take them back or something like that. So they're just feeling kind of cursed right now. They're feeling kind of cursed about relationships. Or perhaps they were punished for something they did, like if they did steal money from you or something. For a small amount of you, I feel like maybe like they served some jail time even, or they feel like they're being punished for something and they don't necessarily deserve it, because they feel like they deserve more. But I don't think that's the case for most of you. I think that's the case for some of you. Like they're just, for most of you, I feel like this person's just feeling kind of down about it, because we have the Ace of Sword energy in reverse. Now let's look at the general feelings, or aura rather, the general aura, there we go, about this relationship. So we have a time to walk alone, which is a very, very beautiful card. So I feel like most of you guys are in separation, and if you're not, the separation may be coming for a little bit. And this doesn't necessarily mean to like leave this person behind. That's of course your own personal choice, and that person's personal choice as well, if you want to continue with the relationship or not. However, the universe is letting you know that like it's time to step back from this relationship, so both of you guys can figure out your emotions and see things from a different perspective, and figure out how things are kind of going here. And when I was shuffling your cards earlier, a few additional cards came out, and one of them was the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, if you don't understand the card, the Wheel of Fortune, it just means like karmic cycles that the universe puts you through. All right, so if you're wondering, if you guys are in separation and you're wondering like why this is happening, it's happening because the divine has willed it to. Okay, the divine has intervened in this relationship for some higher reason that maybe you may or may not understand. And then we have Transcendence. Okay, so this is a card about knowing and recognizing that you and this person are both powerful beings. Okay, even if you, the way I also see this is that like people who think they're twin flames, like even if you're twin flames, you're two halves of the same soul. Okay, so you're going to be different. So even so, if you're soulmates and you marry each other, you are still two very different souls. Okay, like we're all very unique in our own way. We're all magnificent beings with lots of power. We are literally made of stardust. We are beings that are only on this earth to learn for a short period of time. Like we're much bigger than this world. Okay, we're much bigger than the reality we have around us. We're much bigger than the things that go on here. And so even though things are like, they might hurt right now, they might seem confusing, but remember, you are powerful. You hold so much power within yourself, and you should never forget who you really are. We also have Stag Spirit, which is take the lead. Okay, so if you want, if you did want to talk to this person about something, or if you wanted to approach them about something, then you need to step out first and start doing it. But if you also, for some of you, if you wanted to move on from this relationship, then you need to start moving on first. Okay, you shouldn't wait for the other person either way. And we also have Koala Spirit, which is Spirit has a plan. See, like I said, like the divine is definitely taking a role in this relationship, and it's because both of you need to learn some sort of lesson, okay? So trust in the divine, trust in spirit, and trust that they have a plan. And listen to your intuition, okay? Because you also don't want to have this energy, this Aries energy, where you just charge forward just because you want to get it over with or something like that. You need to listen to your intuition and figure out when it's time, and then when it is time for you to take the lead, then you take the lead, all right? So let me pull a message for you guys here. Okay, for my pile number 2s. Message for my pile number 2s. Okay, message for my pile number 2s. Okay, we have sometimes the best way to deal with a problem is to turn to love. And now is the time to welcome friends, families, and partners into your life, okay? So if you're having issues with this relationship, definitely ask your friends and family for help if you can, and ask them for advice about what to do and how to handle this, okay? And also, if you're feeling lonely, or if you're struggling with finances, or if you're struggling with something, reach out, because there are people around you that love you, even if sometimes it seems like you're really alone. There are definitely people who are out there to help you and love you once you reach out to them, okay? All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see a specific video, please comment what idea you have down below, because I would love to make a video based off of your suggestion. Also, if you would like to be a part of my channel's growth, please subscribe and look forward to new videos. Thank you so much, guys. Guys, hello, whoever picked pile number 3, which is this Tree of Life medallion. It got dark, didn't it? I'm sorry, guys. I can't control the weather, so I hope you can see okay. Let's get started. So the way I'm going to read these cards is, first we're going to look at what you are thinking versus what they're thinking. Then we're going to go on to what you're feeling versus what they're feeling, okay? And I'm going to do it this way because sometimes what's in our hearts is also not what's in our head, all right? So I want to be able to give you guys the full picture. So to begin here, we have 3 of Cups in reverse, okay? So you may have felt some kind of betrayal from this person. There also may have been a third party involved, so this person may have cheated on you or have done something to give you some sort of mistrust. All right, so there was something that maybe they talked about offering you, and you thought that you wanted it, or it was something that you did want, and then in the end it just wasn't offered. There's definitely disappointment here as well. This is also the card of disappointment regarding relationships, okay? So that's how you're thinking right now. You're thinking that this person was dishonest with you, that you're very disappointed in it, and for some of you, they may have even cheated on you. For them, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? So this is a person where I'm trying to figure out, this is your energy or their energy. Okay, so whether it's true or not, I'm just going to say it how this person is feeling. So this person feels like either like they think you talk a big game, like they think you say they think you say very beautiful things, like I'm going to do this for you and I love you so much, and this and this, and I want to have a life with you, and you're my best friend, or things like that, depending on how the relationship was, or if this was a friendship, a romantic relationship, a family relationship. Like you guys just like talked a big game. Like they think you said very beautiful words to them, but they thought you never backed them up. So they're thinking like, like you're not really serious about any kind of relationship with them because you don't put in the effort. And they want to judge people based off of their actions instead of just their words. So here we have Knight or King of Wands here for you as well. So you're also feeling like you're not really getting anything back from this person. This person isn't causing you any peace. They're kind of causing you a little bit of frustration and stress. And you feel like you can't really move forward with this person for whatever reason. They're also feeling here with the Ten of Pentacles that they had to put in a lot of work, or that this relationship was just too much work to handle. They feel like they had a lot of responsibility towards this relationship, and they wish you had some more responsibility than they perceived you took on. So that was a big factor for them, I think, in whatever has happened between you two, because this is definitely coming out very prominent in their head. So like the other piles I picked, like, you know, there was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I think the Knight of Wands in reverse clarifies the Ten of Pentacles very, very clearly. You two also might have children together, or this person may work with children or family as well. So maybe they thought that you didn't put a whole lot into your family or your children, if that's the case for some of you. We also have a new romantic cycle begins, okay? So you may be thinking about getting into another kind of romantic relationship with this person, or you're thinking about getting to a romantic relationship with somebody else at the moment. But definitely you want to, with the Libra card here, you want to bring some sort of balance back into your life, and you feel like some kind of romance will help with that. So maybe you want to take this relationship to the next step, or you want to move on. So this person is feeling like that they really want to talk to you about things. Like they feel like your communication wasn't, not yours specifically, but like in the relationship communication between both of you guys wasn't very good, and it wasn't very healthy. So this person really wants to communicate with you. So they either want to try to fix the relationship and open up more communication, or they just have something to say regarding the relationship, okay? And they're definitely thinking about it for sure. So they might be writing out what they want to say. They might be, if you guys are in no contact, they might be like wanting to send you something on social media or through like text or DM or something. And so they might be writing things out and then deleting it or something like that. Like they're not really sure what they want to do, because we have the Gemini sign here. So they're kind of going back and forth right now about what they want to say to you. So if you haven't had communication with this person yet and you're kind of waiting for them to open up communication, they definitely will, but it's just going to take a little bit of time for them to figure out what they want to say. Okay, so regarding what you feel in your heart or your emotions towards the situation, we have the Eight of Wands here, which is very interesting. So you feel like this relationship with this person really moved your heart. You feel like it helped your emotions grow quite a bit. So maybe you feel like this person gave you a lot of love, or they really helped you evolve as a person. This also may have, this relationship may have made you work a little bit more than you usually would have as well. For them, we have the Five of Swords. So this person is trapping themselves in their emotions. So they're probably going through things so much in their head. They're probably not sleeping very much. They feel like they're trapped. They feel like they can't move forward and they can't go anywhere. And so they might even be blaming that on you, or they might be blaming that on something else, or just like turning a blind eye to it. They don't necessarily have to be blaming everybody. It's going to be different for everybody who watches this video. So just take what resonates with you and what you think this person would do or how they would feel. But they're definitely trapped, and it's of their own device. It's because of, you know, like they just keep going over things in their head, like a constant cycle, and it's probably tiring them, and it's really trapping them, and they can't move forward. So you have bring love into this situation, okay? So, you know, you guys definitely do love this person, and I do see that, even if, like, you know, there was some kind of betrayal going on, where, like, maybe there wasn't even a third party. Maybe you think there was a third party, or you're like, man, it doesn't make sense that this person would do this to me, so maybe there was somebody else, or, you know, something like that. But you guys need to open your heart a little bit more and try to look at things from their point of view as well, if you want to save this relationship, and if you want anything to do with them. If not, that's totally okay. That's totally okay too. For them, they have believe in the impossible. So they're starting to feel like saving this relationship is kind of impossible, or being with you is impossible for some way, even though they want to open up communication with you. They're sort of feeling like they can't manifest this for some way, one way or another. Like it's impossible. Like they want to believe in it because it's like too good to be true. Maybe it's because they think you're just pretty. Like you look pretty, you act pretty, but you don't like do anything to back it up. So that's like in their thoughts. So they're probably thinking like it's impossible to have like any real connection with you or any real kind of relationship with you, because they're kind of concerned that you're not going to really bring that stuff to the table in a way that would suit them very well. We have the tribe in reverse. So you may feel a little abandoned by this person, or you may feel like this person doesn't really fit in with your family or friends, or they don't fit in with your idea of family, okay? So maybe also that's why the Ten of Pentacles is here as well. So like maybe you two do have a family, but you feel kind of estranged from it. Or maybe they don't want the family life that you want. Maybe they want kids and you don't want kids, or vice versa. We have Imagine. So even though this person is feeling really trapped and they are feeling a little hopeless about their relationship, sorry, there's a bug, get away. At the same time, they're still remaining really hopeful, and their emotions are helping them kind of manifest this relationship more, and they're kind of manifesting you to like come towards them again, which is probably why a new romantic cycle begins is here for some of you. And for some reason you guys got an extra card. Like I tried to pull only one card for each of you, but it kept spewing cards, so I was like, okay. And we got time to go. All right, so it's either time to move forward with this relationship and step into the next stage of this relationship and try to fix things, or it's time to move on from this relationship. Okay, so just follow your intuition with this, and however this one resonates with you. If you want to fix this relationship, then start doing it. If not, then start moving away, because I feel like this person is also definitely really holding on to this relationship. So if you don't want this relationship anymore, it's not kind of fair. It's not really fair to them to like not get them closure. So yeah, we have time to restore here for the, okay, so this is the general energy now. So we have time to restore. So yeah, you guys really need to like try to restore your emotions, try to restore your faith in each other and this relationship. And then we have threshold here. So there's definitely some things that are being held back that you two aren't exploring. So maybe you're both kind of like hiding some kind of emotions, or like it seems like your communication isn't very good, since communication is key here. And so there are things that need to come out and need to be communicated. This is also a card about being afraid of darker sides, okay? So like when, so okay, so you and this peer sorry, I can't talk. You and this person might be mirroring each other, and that's why you guys kind of set each other off, okay? So maybe this person seems like they do too much and they think you do too less, or vice versa, or you know, it can be anything. So they think you're a perfect mirror of them, and you may think that they're a perfect mirror of you, but because of that, you know, you guys are going to mirror each other's dark sides as well. And so that might be a factor in what kind of drove you two apart from each other, or why communication might not be as good, because somebody doesn't want to face something, and it might be one of you or it might be both of you. So keep that in mind as well. But because like threshold is the center between light and dark, okay? And in every relationship, you're going to have the good and the bad, and you just need to figure out how to balance it and how to have a happy relationship and a healthy relationship. Oh, you guys got 3 of these cards as well, which is funny. You're the only pile. So we have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Yeah, guys, relationships are all about collaboration, and both of you need to get into a place where you're willing to collaborate with each other in order to have a very beautiful relationship. We also have Vulture Spirit here, which is nothing is wasted. So this card is saying that even if you have bad times, you two are going to take that and use it to learn about how to have better times in the future, okay? Like, even if you have negative times, it's not wasted, okay? It's not for nothing. And it's definitely a very good, valuable learning experience for you guys in this relationship. And then we have Spider Spirit, which is make your dreams real. So if you dream about being with this person, if this person's your dream person, like, I definitely do think you're their dream person at least, then keep dreaming about it, keep manifesting it, because it's definitely possible to have a very wonderful and beautiful relationship at this time. It's just going to take a little bit more work and effort on both of your parts, and a little bit more communication, okay? So now I'm going to pull a message card for you guys, my number threes. A message for my number threes. Sometimes it's better to stand on your own 2 feet, tall and strong like a tree. Take a walk in the forest to become inspired. Like a tree, you can stand alone while standing together. All right, this is very beautiful. Excuse my handwriting. I know it's bad, but it's very beautiful because this talks about learning how to love yourself and learning what you want in life so you can stand alone but also stand with other people, okay? And this way, nobody becomes manipulated, whether it's you or them. Nobody becomes manipulated. Nobody becomes codependent or anything like that. Like, you're able to support yourself, but you're also able to support each other as a unit and as a team, rather than like one entity. I know there are people who think when you come together in a relationship, you and that person should just become one, and you should do everything together and lean on each other at all times. But in reality, that just creates more of a toxic kind of atmosphere, okay? So once you learn how to be alone and stand up for yourself on your own, and that person does as well, then you'll be able to stand on your own, but do it together as a forming unity. All right. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it helped. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have a video suggestion, please leave a comment down below, because I would love to make a video based off of your suggestion. Also, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.